Madara. I'm always afraid I'm going to hurt my hands when I do that. Madara versus Guy 8 Gates. Let's go. I'm on landscape paper, use a pencil eraser. Hit pause if I go too fast. So two characters in profile kind of, well, Madara's kind of leaning back. Guy's like leaning forward. So I like to start with, when I'm drawing characters in profile, I like to start their nose, right? So basically, center point of my page is about here. Use a pencil and an eraser and hit pause if I go too fast. I think I said that. But we're just going to come across and put his head in here. So let's just go for it. So we go the nose down, and it's kind of like an L shape is what I like to do, right? Like that. So he's kind of like an L or an upside down 7. And then his nostril is just beside this. Speaking of nostrils, if I sound nasally, I'm sorry, a bit of a cold. So there might be coughs or stuff in the mic, sorry. Right, so that's his nose basically. And then at the top you do his brow, right? And that just like comes out this way to there. And this will just turn the corner and kind of go up underneath his headband. So it'll just go like up this way. So if you know where his brow is, you kind of know where his eyebrow is, right? So his eyebrow is just across from this, on this side. And it'll go underneath his headband, right? But we'll just add that here, like a tick, just going this way, okay? And it'll go all the way underneath the headband, right? We'll just do another line right just here. So underneath the eyebrow we have the eye, right? So it'll go up, back, like that. You might have like some extra sort of eye lines there. And maybe like an eyelid line just coming down here. So then in Naruto eyes, we've got this hook that comes down the back. And then his eyelid comes over and then kind of goes down this way. So his iris, like his actual eyeball, should I say? So like it's the Rinnegan in this eye. So you could do the closed eye if you wanted, but just to get the Rinnegan in, we'll do it an open eye. So it kind of curves down like so, right? The pupil for the Rinnegan just against kind of here, near close to the eye, right? So we'll go kind of a skinny black kind of circle here, right? So he's looking across that way. And then of course we have the Rinnegan circles around that. And they're kind of ellipses, right? So they're kind of like skinny because the eye is turned to the side, right? So go around like this. Right? Another one down here. Another one then. And you just keep adding that all the way back. Like so. And then he could have like some stress lines and stuff around his eyes, like just these sorts of lines underneath. Maybe like a frown line, just there. So we get down and finish his face. So his top lip comes out from the bottom of his nose. This goes in, like that. Then his bottom lip sticks out, like so. And then that goes in, right? And you can see sort of a diagonal line now going down this way for the face. And his mouth line just inside here. So it'll come down, like so. Not looking happy. And then his chin curves out, goes around to there. And then it'll go across for his jaw, so. And then up to here. You can leave a gap where you can join that. There's a gap in the picture I'm drawing from, so I'll put the gap in. There might be a shadow underneath his bottom lip just here. So just above this line, we have his sideburn. Like that. And again, he could have like some scratches and dirt on his face, you know, sort of. Stuff like that. And then his ear comes around and down to the jaw. Headband will come from join the ear to the top of the forehead right across. It'll go beyond it a little bit. So it'll go right across that eyebrow to there. Of course, if you go over too far any of these lines, you can just erase them or color over them. So then we got some ear lines inside. So I always say like the easiest way is the letter J. A thing like that to get you started. And then you can add like more lines inside if you want. Like so. Right, so we'll go up and do the top of his head. So the headband then, I think it's like, does it disappear into his hair? Is it like part of his hair? I'm not sure now. Let's wing it. So we'll go like here. We'll leave a bit of a gap and then we'll go that way. It looks like it's part of his hair. Might not be. Not sure. And then this comes across. And just about here we have like a horn sticking up. Like that. And then this will go around this way. And then back down towards the front, just there. And then we have like texture lines and edge lines and things on this. So all coming down like so. So his hair, so real big spiky hair, right? All these spikes. Going up. Some of them might go off my page, like up the back there. And of course the back of his hair will definitely go off this way because it's so big. Going that way. And then you just add like hairlines, texture lines. Going like so. And some hair at the back here as well, behind his ear. So he's got a hand in front of his face here and like his staff coming across his body, right? So let's get his cloak, maybe the line for his cloak. It comes out from behind his ear, right? Curves this way down off my page, like an S sort of line, see that? And then the other side of it kind of goes underneath his chin here. So it like crisscrosses and then goes behind his chin. I'll put it here. Like that. And then we have some necklines inside here, right? So like some anatomy just for his, like his throat and collarbones. And maybe like Adam's apple a little bit and like a shadow maybe just underneath the chin. The other side of his collar comes down here. This is the black section for it. And then goes down. Like some of his staff will come across this. So if we go over any lines, we can erase them. And then like the back of his shoulder here, he's got like a tear taken out of his clothing there. And then we've got a shoulder line. Stretch lines for the fabric. And like lots of dirt and dots on his face. All that kind of stuff, right? Just to make him look like he's been hit a couple of times. So I guess we got to do that hand. So it's like he's guarding with his elbow, like because Might Guy is coming this way, right? So the hand is faced in towards his face. So The thumb is like going into his mouth. So that's probably like he's about to suck his thumb because he's like feeling like a baby because he's about to die. No, he doesn't. Because anyway, thumb goes up. I was trying to make a joke, it didn't work. There, right? And it comes around just close to his bottom lip. Down this way into here. Right? And your thumb sort of in this position joins the base of your hand, right? See here? So it goes into there and you have this sort of little W sort of shape at the bottom of your hand. Like that, so like a double bump here. So then his hand line kind of goes up. It goes behind his staff here, but comes out up at a finger, right? And you have 4 knuckles. So 1, and they kind of go up like steps of the stairs. 2, 3. They get skinnier up here, right? 4. Okay, and each one of these corresponds to a finger. Okay, so index finger here. Like that, and then middle, like so, and then the ring finger. So you go 1, 2, around. So like fingers have like 3 segments on them. 1, 2, 3. See, so you go 1, 2, 3, and this is like 1 segment. 2 segments, and the second segment will go in behind that finger there somewhere. He's wearing black gloves, so there's no fingernails. Little finger then sticks out. 1, 2, third sort of bent over that way. And then palm of his hand just in here joins the thumb. And then you can have some hand lines, some skin lines on his hand. Sorry for the sniffles again. So he's got like a big cloak on, right? So this goes kind of in behind his thumb here. So it'll go like down that way, and then his body goes this way. And then this cloak comes behind his hand, sort of flows down this way. It'll go behind. It'll probably, my guy might come across this a little bit, so we might have to erase some stuff. But we'll just draw it all in at first. And it goes back in behind his hand somewhere up here. Where's that? That's like his elbow, and we'll go, maybe it should be here. So scoops a bit further that way. Yeah, this is like the black section. We'll go like up to his little finger up towards here. And his arm kind of disappears back here. Say, this will be the back of his hand. And we will definitely have to erase some of this stuff. So his sleeve kind of goes, looks like it goes back that way. Can't see anything here because of the staff, right? So I'll just leave that like that. And then elbow sort of sticks out here. Comes around his arm, like another sort of 4 line here. This bumps around to his shoulder and goes in behind his collar, which is here. Okay, like you should probably see an arm line here, maybe going up that way somewhere, but like there's his staff comes across it, so I can't really see it. Like maybe a fold line inside there, and then so the rest of his body kind of leaning back, going this way. It's a big cloak thing, so it kind of just goes off that way. I won't add the staff yet, right? Because I got to get Guy in, and he might crisscross a little bit, right? So, it's just like his cloak, and it like goes in behind Guy over there. Oh yeah, and then those symbols, right? So those sort of number 9 symbols, they're like tomes, I think is what they're called. Just here. Like commas, they're the things that they're like in the Sharingan. Naruto has them as well. Right. Okay, let's go do 8 Gates Guy. So where's that image? So he's got that, you know, blood red hair. And he's kind of leaning forward, right? So it's a head tilt, but a bit more of a complicated pose now. So his nose and his eyebrows and things. So say the nose, he's leaning over, so the head is like going this way. So then the nose goes down like so. And he's a different nose to Madara. It's kind of it's a bigger nose, like a rounder nose, right? So we'll start with sort of a curved line going out there, kind of across from Madara's elbow. So his hair will be like up here. You just want to leave yourself enough room. And then this curves around like this and joins the nostril there. And then the back of the nostril is here. And like a bit of a skin fold like up here, frowning sort of line. So this bumps up again for a frown line, and we have an eyebrow that goes this way. We can see a little bit of his eye on that side and the full eye on this side, right? So we've got an eyebrow that's kind of on fire, so it kind of like goes up to these sort of spiking lines here. Down into there. And then his eye curves around here, and we can see like these eyelashes kind of sticking off there, maybe like some of his cheek. Right, and then the big eyebrows back here. So again, we got like this big sort of frowning section like this. And then the big eyebrow will go back again, real spiky, flame-like. Like that. And then his eye comes out from underneath there. So like goes back here, and then it'll go around. Up into there. Right, and then again, sort of those eyelashes sticking off down here. And then we'll give him like some frown lines. Right, and of course his eyes are glowing. There's no pupils or anything inside. So then, top lip comes out from the nose here. Sort of like goes in, around the back of the mouth, down, and then around here. So his mouth is open, screaming, right? Like so. And then the teeth come across the top here, and then the bottom teeth. Just follow that bottom lip line around like that. And then another lip line here. Make some cheek or something on the other side. And then his chin comes down. This goes around. Goes up for his jaw, and then up to there. Okay, so you'll see now how tilted his head is and everything. And like roughly proportions of the face. See, like eyebrow to bottom of the nose, about the same as bottom of the nose to the chin. Here to here, roughly the same as here to here. On both of them. So eyebrow to nose, roughly the same as bottom of the nose to the chin, right? This space, about the same as that space. That's rough proportion, okay? And then the ear. Comes around, and then we have his sideburn, like Madara. There. And then again, easiest way, letter J. If you want, you can add more. Right, and then just some like hair spikes here. This goes down. Hairline coming across, down, and then it'll go behind his forehead, it'll go behind his eyebrow. Down here somewhere. Is that right? Roughly. And then he's got like a cheekbone here. And then the rest of his hair. So his hair is basically fire. Like it's these sort of wavy spikes. You could do this anyway. It moves. It like, you know, it's like fire moving. So it's moving real rapidly. So don't worry if yours isn't exactly like mine. Right? Something like that. Right? There's no texture. It's just red. But if we wanted, we could. Like so. His neck. Collar there, front of it goes down, the back of it goes down that way, and it goes in behind his big collar that the ninjas in Naruto wear. It's like this neck shield. It goes around like that, and it has like this ridge line on top, comes down and then goes back up to there, and then his shoulder sort of flies off this way, another ridge line for the armor there. So this jacket sort of has a couple of layers to it, so more armor pads, and then this will go back and off the page this way. The other side, so we got the other round collar section, comes around from his neck, goes up around to his chin. Now remember, if I go too fast, hit pause. YouTube is great that way. You can just pause stuff if I'm moving too quickly. All right, ridge line there, and then this comes around to there. To there. That's this armor plate on the other side. It's smaller because it's turned away from us, right? Bit of perspective going on. And then jacket line flows down this way, goes back up, and it meets those boxes, right? So, and it's kind of, they're kind of like pockets, right? But they're kind of like square. It goes down like this. So it's like a number 3, and then this goes back up the other side, and we make it 3D by adding an edge and a top line there, and then we'll just add some break it up sections like this. There's more detail in that, but I'll just keep it simple and leave it there. Edge line on the side and the bottom. And then his anatomy sort of inside here, right? So we can just see kind of a chest line, a stomach line, and then his belt, which is his headband. So that comes down around, goes off my page there, and then his leg goes off like that. So on that headband, we can see his steel plate. 1, 2, 3, and then there is, it's the Ninja War symbol. So it goes out like this, curves down to there, like a scythe. And then we have another spike sort of sticking off this way. Goes that way, like an X. And another line there, something else. This is like Japanese calligraphy now, so I'm not the best at this, but we'll get the general idea. Another one here. Okay, something like that. Then we can see the back of his jacket there. And his arm. Oh yeah, so his arm, his one arm sticking out that way, but we can see this one here, right? So it like comes down this way. Okay. Down the front. And like a couple of fold lines here. It's like his sleeve. And then his wrist comes out of his sleeve. And then this comes out down to his thumb, like so. Goes around. So we're pretty close to Madara now. So this goes around like that. And we could have a thumbnail or something here. And then some skin lines for the side of the finger. Goes up like that. Maybe like a knuckle line or something there. Next finger, then this will kind of crisscross Madara now, so it goes up this way. Like so. Another one. There, and then it's like a little finger, so it sticks out here. Kind of like that. And then, so, like, we'll erase the lines that we shouldn't see. You know, like, if you want, like, his hand to go behind Madara's cloak or on top, you know, it's kind of up to you. So, I'll probably put it on, no, behind, maybe. It would make more sense if we couldn't see this, maybe. This bit. What is? Yeah, so if that's behind his arm, then the staff will go up this way maybe and go behind Guy's face, just so we don't obscure any of his face. Okay, so I'm just talking to myself here, really. So Madara's staff, right? So it comes, so he's holding it in his hand. If you have a ruler, it might help for this. Let me just, I got a big one. So say like the top of that here, right? And that'll go down that way, that way. You want to skip a little bit because there's a circular part that comes out from there. Like a half moon shape sort of thing. So then that'll go from this, right? So this is here, and then this will like curve around to about here up. So we might have to go on top. Ooh, this is tricky now. So if that's on top, maybe we'll put Guy behind, because it's two different images put together. So maybe in behind his arm, and then we'll go. Put that in behind his hair. right? So then, like, you'll just erase stuff inside here or color over them and decide what way. Maybe I'll put, the staff will be in front of Madara's arm. So that should be, yeah, that should be in front, maybe. What do you think? Yeah, we'll figure it out. Okay, and then aura, if you want to give Guy some aura, you can. So I'll put it like here. And it'll be sort of a flame-like aura just going around his already flame-like hair. Right, kind of like that. And of course, Madara's cloak comes back in. Just the last little thing. His cloak, this is his cloak, so it goes in behind here. It goes into there somewhere. Yeah, you can't really see it, but there. Okay, but I think that'll do. That's how to draw Madara versus 8 Gates Guy. Hope it was helpful. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.